Away any moment now, and there we go, and it is a bit overcast. We've got a rather full grid as well for this race. As just said, it is short qualifying, so it's going to be 18-minute qualifying followed by a 25% race, and hopefully that means we've got a lot of action to get through. We are now just waiting for all the drivers to get, well, they're all here. We're now waiting for someone to actually exit the pits. As you can see, we've got three tyre choices in. We've got supers, softs and mediums. Relatively simple explanation here. As always with 25% races, strategy is not too crucial. If you start, you'll basically do one stop in regardless. Super softs onto softs, or softs onto super softs, however you qualify. Those having incidents on the first lap may try and put the mediums on and go for the rest of the race. And we suspect the super softs to last probably about 4 or 5 laps, depending on how the drivers go. And we've already got people coming out of the garage. So let's find someone who's going to be first man on the track. And it is Blue 24. Japanese track is one of the old time tracks here, and as far as I'm aware, it has had the most championship deciders settled here over the years. It's been on the F1 championship circuit for several years, dating back to 1987. 18 corners, circle length of 5.8 kilometres. So this is probably one of, there are so many classic tracks over the time, and this is definitely one of the ones up the top in terms of just pure classic tracks. So little has changed, and that is a good thing if you ask me on this track over the years. You see other tracks have had bits chopped out here, there and everywhere. One of the only real changes has been the turn 15, the 130R, has been relaxed a little bit over the years, just to make it a little slower as you go through it. And that's the corner we're coming up to now with those Blue 24. This fast left corner, and you'll see how fast it is. Just lifts off to go through, but this is only an outlap, so you'll be seeing some true pace as they come up to that one later on in the race. This track has two big claims to fame, two big incidents deciding championships between Senna and Prost, most notably at the chicane at the end, as Ozone Blue 24 gets aside through the first turn, which is 1 and 2, then into these S's, these lovely flowing S's. It's a very technical part of the track. You just got to keep going and going. You never really straighten up through these. You just keep going left, right, left, right, left, right, and then up through Dunlop curve, turn 7, and it keeps going and going, and then down in towards the first of Degners, turn 8. Then the slightly more technical turn 9. Bit of banking on the inside to catch you out, through a little kink of turn 10 into the hairpin. Again, this has got a little bit of banking just to get you through, and then the power down as you go through the long right hander turn 12, keeping it to the right because you're going to come up to the spoon curve, and this is quite an important corner to get perfect. Turns 13 and 14, which lead you onto the long back straight. The reason to get that one perfect, because if you lose too much speed through there, you'll lose a lot of speed going up this hill into turn 15, the 130R. No lifting, no braking, just keep going. Now into the Casino Triangle, the 16, 17, and then the long right-hander turn 18. Very easy to lose the back end then. Oh, I thought he was going to lose it there. And then onto the one and only DRS straight, and you do a 27.3. I wonder if that would be good enough to start at the front then. We've got Beaker out as well. He's currently going up through 130R on a flying lap, I think. No, he's on an outlap, my apologies. Or he's bailed out this lap. Luca is off track. That is down at, is that Dunlop curve? Or one of the S's? That's one of the S's. And he's going to be limping back to the pits to get another lap going. Speed is about to start a flying lap. Let's have a look further down. We've got a lot of drivers here today to look through. Friendlich. He's currently going round Spoon. He's currently just on 110 at the moment, so he might be a bit off the pace. as you get towards the end of this lap. Throws it into 130R. He doesn't shift, doesn't brake, doesn't even lift, keeps it going into the hairpin. He's going to be a fair bit off the pace, I suspect, when he gets to the line. He's holding that back end. And as I say that, I got that a bit wrong. He does a 28.6, so very quick in the end. And Tortor is coming around the final corner now. He's about to set a time. Again, holding that back end. He's trying to get away from me. He does a 29.3. Let's have a look further down at the Force India of Raggy. He's currently going through Dunlop then. Try not to overdrive his car. Beautifully through the first of the Digners. Just hitting the apexes perfectly on the second of the Digners. Now into this tricky hairpin. A little far to the left there, and that's going to lost him a bit of time. He gets the power down going through turn 12. Let's have a quick look, see where overspeed is. He's going up the hill in his Ferrari. A little bit off track there. Guess that's one way to slow down for a corner. He throws into the chicane, loses the back end. And that's the end of his lap. That's for sure. Rager then coming up to that same point. Is he going to do the same? No. He hits that first corner perfectly. Now he's got to be careful not to let the back end step out here. And he doesn't. And he is going to go through. Does a 28.294. P2 as it stands. But he's nearly a second off Blue at the top of the timing boards. Let's have a look further back. Beaver is going through to start a lap. Kai Bancini, he's just starting a lap. He's going through the S's then. A little wide on the Dunlop, holds it beautifully. Now coming up to the first of the Digners. A little bit more lift off than he could have done. Now into the second of the Digners. Hitting the apexes perfectly now, getting power down. He's got a car ahead. Hopefully that's not going to cause him too many issues. Through the hairpin, turn 11. He's got to be careful not to over accelerate off that corner. Quite easy to lose the back end. Now going through turn 12. Looking a little bit out of shape here. I don't think he's been on Japan track for a very long time. He's just using all available curb. He's got a car ahead. He's just really fighting that car. It's just trying to step out on him. That was Vanier just getting out of the way nicely for him. Up the hill now, down towards 130R. Let's see if he throws it in without lifting. No lifting, no braking, nothing whatsoever. Out into the chicane. Let's see how he handles this. That's nicely through there. Now he's got to watch the back end. And it doesn't step out in the slightest. He goes across the line with a 29.8 then for Kai Bancini. Vanier is about to start his flying lap. He's not set a time yet. We are 10 minutes left of the session on this very busy track. We've got a yellow in sector 1. I wonder if that someone's just lost the rear end a bit. It looks okay. And Beaver goes fastest with a 26.9. Storming lap then, 0.4 faster than Blue 24. They're in P2. Vanier going through this is now up into Dunlop. He's got Sparta getting out of the way, fortunately for him ahead. And Vanier going through the first thickness now into the second one. Using all the available track that he can without obviously invalidating. It's not a track that you expect to see people invalidating on this one. So if you do it, you've done something rather wrong somewhere along the lines. Maybe you're carrying a little too much speed or getting the wrong line through 130R. We'll see an invalidation, but Vanier a little wide, but still within the white lines through the spoon. Now getting that powered out. Up the hill for him now. See where he can get this. So Beaver's currently sitting top of the times. Blue 24 is back out again. Vanier now coming up to the chicane. Let's see how he gets through. He's got a car ahead of him. That's Marco. And who's that? Oh, it's Kai Mancini. He missed the pit lane. Vanier though, P3 with a great lap, 28.2. Just ahead then Aragi as Blue 24. He doesn't look like he's going that fast. And he's not even used full throttle. He's backed out of his lap. Obviously made a mistake somewhere. Is not happy with how it's going. Marco has just started. He's going up through the S's now. Around turn 6, then into the Dunlop curve, turn 7. Using all that available track, as they always do. So, a few people haven't set a time yet. Let's have a quick look and see how they're getting on as Marco goes a little bit sideways through there. Beaker jumps up to P3, just so I was going to go have a look at him. So he has put in that time. O-Speed now coming down towards the spoon. He's still set a time. As someone else that I've just forgotten who it was has set a time. So it's O-Speed and Positive Vibes at the bottom of the timing boards. Positive Vibes coming up to the chicane at the end of the track. Let's see, he's going to be putting a time any moment now. And he's going to get a 30.2. So Prix has put in a time. So you're going to look to improve from there. O-Speed with just this long right-hander. And keeping it to the right, just missing that wall. 28.1 then for the Ferrari driver. And P4 for him so far. 7 minutes left of the session. Let's have a look further back. Spartan is going up the hill. Coming towards 130R. Let's see what he can do. Currently down in 18th. He needs to find a lap in the 28s. Realistically. Can he shave a second off his time? We're about to find out. That's long right hand to go. It's that little bump in the middle that sort of puts people off. And he's going to do a 29.6. So improves and moves himself up a little bit. Up into 16th place then. Let's see where Yos 44 is. He is currently coming around the long turn 12 towards the spoon curve. Now up the hill towards 130R. Keep it to the right. Throw it into the corner. Nicely done. A little bit more difficult to do that during the race when they've got full fuel and slightly worn tyres. That is going to be a nightmare, that corner. As Jos comes around the final corner. And he's going to go with a 27.981. P4 then for him. And we've got 5 minutes and 45 to go. Beaver has just started a fly lap, so we'll come back to him later on. Highly developed something that I can't pronounce, my apologies, is coming around the final corner. He might just improve, and does, up to P14 then, 0.3 of a second quicker than his previous best for the Williams man. Sticks his down at the hairpin. Let's see what he can do. He's coming around this long right-hander. He's a little bit wide there. He keeps it between the white lines, but he just missed the apex on the first of the spoon curves. And now he's going to go up the hill. You've got yellows all over the circuit. Just ignore those, in all honesty. They don't mean that much in qualifying, because it's just people slowing down to get out of the way of other cars. Sticks then coming up to the chicanes. He's got one car ahead of him. It is a Force India of Kai Vancini. So he'll be out of the way shortly. Sticks coming around the final corner now, and he is going to go slightly faster. Doesn't move up though, but does improve his time. So he's staying 15th, and he looks like he's going again as well. So we'll come back to him later. Blue 24 on an outlap. As first retiree from the session, Beaver. Ooh, I thought he was going to retire from the session as well. He's not happy with his lap and his pitting. As Blue is about to start his flying lap. We'll come back to him in a moment. Where is Luca? He's just done the hairpin. And Kai Vancini is coming up to the digners. He's in mode 0, so I think he might have invalidated already. He's got to be careful of that car. And he's done well to avoid it. Let's go back on board there with Luca. Beaker's also come out. He's going to be doing a flying lap any moment now. Luca going up the hill on this incredibly unique track, as it's pretty much it is the only one on the F1 circuit to be a figure of 8, and that's why we love it. It's just that little bit of uniqueness to it. Now final corner then for Luca, holding that rear end in place. He does a 27.9, 1.6 seconds faster, but invalidated unfortunately for him. And he'll be going again. Let's have a look back up at the front. Let's see where Beaker is. He is not on the track. He's obviously made a mess of his first lap, and now he's on his way back to start another one. Blue 24 is doing the same. He made a mess of his first lap and will be going again. So where is Vanier then? He is going. He's coming around the hairpin. As the Haas driver looks to get himself up there. His teammate McFrain is a bit further down in P9 at the moment. As he throws it into the spoons. Neatly done, just a little bit off the apexes, but still very neatly done. Spartan getting out of the way once again for him. As he goes up the hill. We've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Getting towards crunch time. And people need to be coming out the garage with about 150 left on the clock. Or maybe 140 if they're really feeling it. Positive Vibes says enough is enough. He's down there in P19. Oh, Vanier just missing that wall. That was close. And he doesn't improve. He's still P6. And he is backing out, so he might be on a cooldown and going to go again. Everyone is starting on these super softs. No one looking to try and get in the top 10 on the softs, which is always an interesting call. Where is Beaver? He is about to start a flying lap. Blue is on a flying lap. Raggy is about to start his flying lap. So people are getting towards the end or about to start flying laps. There's still couple of people in the pits. Beaker is not making it out, and nor is Triple. They are both stuck in the pits, and they will be done for the day. Now can Blue 24 put this at the front? He's got that red fuel on. He's got so little fuel in the car. He's not going again after this. This is it for him. Foot down towards the line. Is he going to get up there? He's improves but doesn't get up there. So Beaver will be currently as it stands starting at the front. Beaker, interesting enough, has come out of the pits. He won't have enough time. And so he's just another car getting in the way. Jostin coming through the chicanes. He's about to start his flying lap. Kai Mancini retires. P15 then for him. Decent result for the youngster. McFrain then jumping up to P5 as Overspeed is driving through the S's. Let's have a look where Reg is. He is on. I don't know if he's going to make it back in time. He might just. Frank Honda. He's done so well this season, but can he get back up to where he once was at the front? New competition for him is going to make it really tricky. He is driving like a man possessed. Can he get there? He's got 10 seconds left. Let's see if Raggy's going to start again. No, Raggy's done. He's not going to improve. He is done for the day. We've got a few seconds left. Raggy's trying to find his way into the pits any way possible. As Beaver goes faster, Raggy is going around in circles. So can Yoss beat him? Currently going through the spoons. We've also got Overspeed out on the track. He could beat him. McFind is still going, whether or not he can. So let's stay with Overspeed. Coming up to the chicanes now. Where is Frank Honda as well? He's worth keeping an eye on. He's coming up to the chicane as well. Let's have a keep on Overspeed. Have a look at Frank Honda in a moment. Can Overspeed beat a 26.1? No, he can't. He does a 28 dead. Can Frank Honda do it? He comes towards the line. He goes P3 then, so decent lap in the end. Yoss takes the P3 straight off him. McFind is on his way back to the garage, and I think we might be done. Marco's limping towards the line. He's done. Unity is still going. Down there currently in P11. Can he get up to where his teammate is at the front? Last few corners for him. Is he going again? He is going. And he's going to not improve, unfortunately for him. Spartan crosses the line, and he is P18. So Luke is the only man on track who has just pitted. So there we go. Well, not a hectic, but a busy qualifying session there. And that is it. As we just now wait for all the drivers to retire. And we can have a full rundown of the qualifying. There we go. So we just wait for everyone to get through the next screen, and then we can have a quick rundown of those final qualifying positions, and importantly as well, look at the gaps between some people and see how close they were come the end. So you go, Beaver taking the pole by nearly a second from Blue, which is a big gap to have. Jos in P3, followed by Frank, Beaker, McFine, Overspeed, Vanier, Luca and Raggy running at your top 10. But it's going to be quite a tight midfield pack, I suspect, as they're all relatively close to each other. Obviously there's that big gap at the front and then a big gap back to Jos. But then after that, the next 10-ish people are separated by just under a second. So that could create some good racing in that midfield pack. So there's no formation up. We'll be straight into this race as soon as everyone's ready up. Crucially, we've got a dry race. And with 25% races, as I said earlier, tactics isn't that important, or tyre tactics. You'll go softs to medium set tyres, so super softs to softs, should I say. That's not changed just yet. Those who have an incident on the first lap will probably change on to mediums and try and go the rest of the race, maybe the first or second laps, that is. So just waiting now for everyone to ready themselves up. Because I forgot to change it, that's why. And I've got no sound. There we go, and lights are off and we're off. Apologies for slightly jumped in start, but we're underway. As some incident already at the back of the pack as they all slide down towards turn 1, and they're all looking cleanly through. A few people just taking a little bit of evasive action further back, and everyone crucially is through those first corners. Yellow in sector 1, that could be McFine, has dropped to the back as the two Force Indies are close together. Raggy on the back of his teammate Calipagini, going through Dunlop curve. Let's have a look out front. O-Speed on the back of Jos. A little bit of corner cuts in there. It's come through the second of the Degners for most of these drivers. Luca and Marco exchanging places further back. Luca with a little bit of latency. That's caught him out. Spartan has retired. Oh, big hit there. Or not, I think it might have been a little latency. Just caused that big hit. I think Styx is having some connection issues, which is catching a few people out. As Luca goes through on him. Styx has lost the rear end nearly. He's causing some issues with some people. Aussie, if you have connection issues, then people get caught out quite easily. Especially if you lag straight into the front of him, as there you go, the triple was just inside of him a moment ago. And Styx is dropping like a fly. Let's have a look further up. Raggy on the back of his teammate. Going down towards turn 1. He's going to make a move. I think he's going to sit back for now. They are both currently in the points as Beaker gets past Blue 24. We're on lap 2 of 13. No DRS obviously just yet. And there's only one DRS straight on here, so you've got to make your passes au naturel, shall we say. That's Positive Vibes and Honey Developed have pitted. Luca has DNF'd. Where's that? That looks like it's going to be just there. And that's a retirement from session by the looks of things. So let's go back up. Unity's on the back of Vanier. Gaps are starting to appear. But Unity is there. And the front ones are still very closely bound. Beaker leading a pack of 4 people in P2. Let's have a look. We've got a battle there behind for teammates. Teammates battling everywhere by the looks of things. As Unity's trying to come past Leon Vanier. He's going to hopefully get a better drive up the hill. There's always an overtaking chance into the chicane if they want to go for it. Let's have a look at Frank Honda. He keeps it going. He's not going to be close enough to make a move. And always Jos behind as Unity and Vanier swap places. Vanier going down the inside, but then Unity can have the inside of the second part of the chicane. And Unity holding him off for now. Marco's got past Raggy, who's going to have mirrors full of Tortor. And Tortor is going to go past him down the home straight into turn 1. He's going to have the inside line, and Raggy backs out of it. But Tortor sliding. That is Tokyo Drift here in Japan for you. Tortor losing 2 places there. Yeah, I think he overdrove that one. Who's that? That's Marco's teammate off track. Marco has had a big off. He's going to be careful coming back on. Fortunately, Triple's not close enough. Marco's tyres are really going to be dirty now. He's going to struggle around turns like this if he's not too careful. Triple's going to try and make a move around the outside. Is he going to look down the inside into the first sectors? No, he's not. But Marco's tyres are now starting to clear themselves up, so he should get back up to racing pace then. Further up, Frank Honda still trying to find a way up to the back of Beaker, up to the back of back of Blue 24, who's on the back of Beaker, and he's just over half a second behind. But Blue 24 is there on the back of Beaker. 0.4 is the gap there. Is he going to look down the inside? No, he's not. He is, however, going to get DRS on the home straight any moment now. No, he's coming into the pits. He's trying for the undercut. It's the front runners to pit. Along with Vanier's pitting as well. Let's have a quick look at the tyre situations. So let's go up to Yost, who's on the rear of Frank Honda right now. Let's go through these S's. He's still hanging on the back of him. Triple and Marco are still coming together. Frank Honda's a little bit wide and out of shape there. So Vanny has come out, going to come out behind his teammate, who's gone well through now. Blue 24 has come out in a nice bit of free air, which is going to be wonderful for him. So he can now get going and try and get some undercuts as Osby's on the back of Raggy. Is he going to make a move down the inside of the hairpin? Raggy covers him off down the centre. And Osby's just going to keep on the back of him. As they come up to Spoon, is he going to look down the inside into Spoon? He thinks about it, thinks better of it. And Reggie just holding him off for now. But now we're going to go up the hill, up the straight. He's going to get a nice bit of slipstream. He's just not close enough. He just didn't get the best drives through the corner. He's going to be under pressure as well from Tortor behind. And Tortor's going to run a little wide as Beaver's going fastest of everyone. Still, those super softs are not looking like they're dead yet. We've got people pissing all over as Kai Mancini pits. Overspeed almost made a big mistake there. Kai Mancini picks up that 5-second stop-go penalty. It's unfortunate for him. Now Tortor tries to make moves on Overspeed. Overspeed, a little mistake there. Tortor's going to send it around the inside, is he? He can't quite find a way through. So Beaker, pitter from P2, comes out behind Triple with a nice bit of space, but crucially, Blue 24 is right on the back of him as Overspeed is overspeeding from Tortor. Let's have a look. Blue 24 and Beaker going at it. This is what's going to be for P2 when Beaver stops. So I don't imagine anyone's actually going to beat Beaver, so he's absolutely flying around this track. Here's Blue 24 going to send one down the inside into the hairpin. He's not going to be close enough, unfortunately, this time around. So let's have a quick flick up, see where Beaver is. He's coming up to the chicane. He's going to come in this lap. He's not coming in just yet. Is Yost going to come in then? Beaver's staying out and still going faster than anyone. Yost is coming in then. Unity, I suspect, he's not. Raggy coming in now. His teammate was in last lap. Where's he going to come out? Tortor on the back here of Overspeed going down the home straight. He's going to look to make a move. Pulls out the slipstream. Both with DRS. And he's going to have it on the inside then of turn 1. And he's beautifully through there. That is a lovely camera angle. So, Beaker has been taken by Blue 24. Beaker gets very close to the back of him. So, Blue 24 is your net P2. Also with the front 4 drivers still to stop. Let's have a look further back. So, Bragg's come out a fair bit off the back of Kai Bencini. And Beaker needs to work out what he's got to do to catch up to Blue if he wants to take the second step of the podium. Francon isn't far behind either, 2.1 seconds off the back of Beaker, and he's going to look to try and hunt them down. So only 2 retirees so far in this race. Hopefully we won't have any more. We're on lap 6 of 13 at the halfway point. Let's see if Beaver finally comes in. He does. He's finally in. Race leader is in. Is Unity going to come in as well? And who will be taking the race lead? Has he lost too much time? Unity does come in. Beaver is on his way out. I thought he got stuck there. Unity 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. Unity's coming down. Beaver's coming down now. Tortor's going to go through, but obviously Tortor hasn't stopped yet. Unity is having that pit stop. Very slow pit stop actually, but so Beaker and Blue 24 are ahead. You see he's going to come out behind his teammate, but only 1.7 is the gap between Blue and Beaver now. Can Blue get these tyres up and catch up onto the back of Beaver, or is Beaver's tyres just going to warm up too quickly? And there'll be nothing to say about that. Unity came out just ahead of Yost as well, so that's crucial for him. And Blue is driving like a maniac, trying to get onto the back of Beaver. You can sense that he's there on cold tyres. He's hanging around that 1 second window as Raggy's dropped back behind Vanier. Raggy's still there on the back of him. Still in the points at the moment. But with the pack so close behind, anything can happen. He gets very close to the back there of Vanier. Let's have a look ahead. Yoss and Unity going at it. 0.3 is the gap between these two. So they're going to come round Spoon onto the back straight and up the hill. Can Yoss get the drive that he needs? It looks like he has. He's got that slipstream. Can he make this work though? Unity goes defensive into 130R. Not really a place that you suspect people to make an overtake, but... And Yoss, I think, might have just backed out of this. He's going to get DRS going on the home straight. He's going to try and make the move into the first corner. DRS open, mode 5. He's going to run out of ERS if he's not careful. He's pulling out the slipstream now. He's going to go round the inside. So go side by side. And Yoss is going to take it. Only just. Unity is still there on the inside, and Unity forces his way through. So Unity claiming back that place. Great defensive driving there from the Sauberman. As further back, Vanier has caught up to the back of Kai Bencini. Right there, 0.2 is the gap between those two now. Vanier just needs to keep calm, keep there, and he'll find a way through eventually. Coming up to the hairpin now. He's going to try and make the move here. He's right on the back of him. Looks down the inside. Through he goes. Nice and neatly. End of the day. Cavaccini leaving a nice open door for him. Didn't want to close it on him and cause an incident. So Vanier now up to P8. He's going to be trying to get up after Unity, but I think it might be too late for him. As Raggy's trying to come through on his teammate there. Cavaccini's a little bit off put by that. Raggy's going to get the slipstream up the hill. He's going to make a move. He's looking. They're alongside each other as they come up to 130R. Give us a good camera angle, please. No, as Raggy goes very wide. And comes in just ahead. He's been hit by his teammate. Cavaccini has picked up damage as a result. And he's really going to struggle now for front wing grip. Or front grip. And he's got cars all over the back of him as well. As Overspeed and Marco are there. Overspeed with DRS, not going to make a move down the inside. Cavaccini runs a little wide as there's battle going on ahead. Tortor's just come out of the pits, come out right alongside Vanier. They're going side by side. Vanny with the inside into this S. So Raggy's trying to come through as well. He's right on the back of this battle. One mistake from either of these two, and Raggy's going to have them both. But Tortor's sitting there behind. Tortor's obviously on these super softs. And he just needs to get them switched on so he can get up after him. Frank Honda does take Beaker at the front. But we are keeping our eyes on this battle. Raggy's late braking. He's got the inside there on Tortor. Tortor closed the door a little bit, puts Raggy off. Raggy went a little bit sideways, and that's allowed Lovespeed to close up onto the back of him. Kobancini has fallen off the back of this battle, and he's got to be careful because he's got Marco up his rear. As Beaker has dropped again. What's happened to Beaker? Is he just... He's got no nose. Beaker must have had a major off. He has no front wing on that Red Bull. He's definitely going to be coming back to the pits. There's no way he can continue on like this. As Tortor trying to make a move on Vanier, can't. Beaker looks like he's actually staying out. Oh no, there he goes. He's just gone into the pits just now. So everyone's going to go up one. Unfortunate day for Beaker. Obviously had a little spin. Or maybe just drove into the back of another driver. So Tortor's going to make a move here. Is he? On the inside then. And he is not quite through yet. He's alongside Vanier. As he comes out to the ESS's, he's going to slot in behind. Kai Vancini coming in the pits as well. Obviously he had a bit of front wing damage. So he's going to drop down a fair bit. And he's going to get a fresh set of softs on that car. Beaker trundling along towards the exit. He's got some super softs. But is there enough time for him to get up into the points? But Tortor has Triple retired, so that's one less person for Beaker to try and overtake. Where's Triple gone? Still waiting to see where that incident is. Is that here? As McFine tries to show us how to crash out here. There it is. He's lost it on the exit, and that is a big mistake there. Stay on board with Kai Vancini, see if he has an incident with him. Triple obviously doesn't ghost. So if his car is still there when this Force Unity gets round, it's not, fortunately for him. So Tortor still on the back of Vanier. He's had to back off going to 130R. We're on lap 11 of 13. Well, the race leader is anyway. Tortor trying to make moves on Vanier. Vanier driving very defensively, but very well at the same time. Tortor on these super softs, just unable to get up and get past Vanier. Now he's got a great chance. He's got a DRS going down the home straight. Pulls out. And he's through. Easy overtake at the end of the day. But is Vanier going to have second words? No, he's not. Behind though, you've got O-Speed on the rear of Raggy. He's going to try and make his way past him, is he? He's just struggling for grip around these corners. So, Beaker on the back of McFine going into turn one. Oh! They're desynced. I think. I mean, it looked desynced as Blue 24 picks up a 3-second penalty. I mean, they look decent, these guys, but maybe they weren't. Raggy and Overspeed still going at it. It's for P8 and 9th at the moment. Up ahead, Yoss and Unity are starting to get close together. As Beaver's going to be starting lap 12, and there he goes, still going faster than anyone. Yoss is right up on the back of Unity now. He's going to get the DRS on the home straight. He's just locked up into the chicane. Made a big mistake there. He does have DRS to attempt to come back at him. As Bracky's gained up onto the back of Vanier. He's going to get DRS as well. That's going to help him defend against Overspeed. He won't have the slipstream as much as Overspeed will. And Overspeed is just not going to make a move here. They go around turn one, and Overspeed picks up the 3-second penalty, only just then off the track. And that's how crucial it is to not make mistakes like that. That's just cost him 3 seconds, and that's cost him any chance of getting ahead of Raggy. He just needs to keep an eye on his gap to Marco behind. Carrying at 5 seconds. He is still, however, on the back of Raggy. He's not going to give up. Even if you can't gain the place, he won't give up on it. Let's go round the hairpin now. You're in sector 1/2. Who's that? That's Beaker. And that is a big off then for Beaker. Retiring at, that looks like Dunlop. That is Dunlop. So that is Beaker out of the race, unfortunately for him. Go back up to overspeed on Raggy. Let's go through 130i. He's right there. He's going to have a look down the inside or around the outside. He doesn't. We are now on the last lap as the race leader. So these guys will be starting their last lap any moment now. Has Overspeed got anything left? He's nearly out of here as Raggy's got so much more to use. And they're going to go side by side into turn 1. Who's going to have it? Raggy's got the inside line. A little bit of contact. Raggy gets off the power, lets Overspeed back. And Overspeed's going to take that place for now. But we are not done yet. We've still got the rest of the lap to go. Yoss and Unity is there coming up to Degners. Yoss a little bit out of shape. Is Yoss going to be close enough to make a move into the hairpin? I don't think he is. No, he's about 0.4 back now. Is Raggy going to be close enough to make a move into the hairpin? He's in the back of Overspeed, and that's Overspeed braking very harshly. And they have had a little coming together. And they're going to have to be careful. And Raggy gets a 5-second stop go for a severe collision. And McFain is not sure what he's doing. So, Beavers has taken the race winner and all of that. Blue is going to be P2. Let's have a look. Frank Holder going to come across P3 then. Unity P4. He does have a 5-second penalty, so he drops down to P5. Yoss taking P4 then. Tortor coming across the line, P6. Vanir just behind him, but ends up just ahead of him. Penalties then for Tortor. Marco coming towards the line. Has he run out of fuel, or is he just wanting to go really slowly? He crosses the line. Raggy comes across the line, picks up those penalties. Overspeed going to come across the line. Doesn't get past us. Raggy taking P9. Next up will be Kobayashi, just missing out in the top 10, unfortunately for him. Had a few issues, including driving to the back of his teammate. He's going to come across P11. McFine is going to be one of the last men to cross. Thix is coming across the line next. Then McFine. And there we go. So that is the end of the Japanese Grand Prix. And, oh, that's the wrong button. So, Beaver's taking the win from Blue 24, followed by Frank, Yoss, Unity, Vanir, Tortor, Marco, Raggy, and Overspeed running out your top 10. Just missing out with Kai Vancini in 11th, followed by McFiend, highly developed, Styx, and DNF as a Beaker, Triple, Positive Vibes, Luca, and Spartan. And there we go. Thanks all for being here. Join me next week. Same time, same